While the pandemic is hurting many industries, demand for toilet paper recently hit an all-time high. A record amount was produced in February and March, more than 22,000 tons a day. A recent report warns decades of production has been destroying the world's largest untouched forest here in North America. The Natural Resources Defense Council gave an F to many U.S. toilet paper brands. Consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner shows what is happening in the Canadian boreal forest. Anna, so what did you learn?
Well, good morning, Vlad. You know, companies making toilet paper are cranking out as much as they can. Earlier this year, production was up from 5 to 20%. But groups trying to protect natural resources say that only heightens their concern for this forest to our north and what they call the tree-to-toilet pipeline.
This is a typical northern boreal forest, lots of spruce. This is an intact section of forest here in the town of Goose Bay.
We're visiting Labrador, Canada, with Valerie Courtois, a member of the indigenous Innu Nation.
The boreal is first and foremost home. It is the forest where we can be the people that we are.
Indigenous peoples like hers have traditionally relied on the forest and its woodland caribou for food and spiritual sustenance. But she says both are threatened.
We often say caribou and Innu are one, and if the caribou were to disappear, I honestly don't know what would become of the Innu people.
The boreal forest stretches from Canada's eastern shore all the way to Alaska. It keeps in millions of tons of carbon, which many scientists say without the forest would go into the atmosphere, worsening climate change. Now, in its Issue with Tissue report, the NRDC tells consumers they're literally flushing those trees down the toilet. NRDC's Jennifer Skeen.
Each year, the logging industry in Canada clear cuts over 1 million acres of the boreal forest to create products like toilet paper. And this has been going on for decades.
The NRDC scored toilet papers and flunked many popular products that used virgin forest fiber. Quilted Northern, Angel Soft, Costco's Kirkland brand, Charmin Ultra, Scott 1000, and Cottonelle Ultra all scored Fs. Products getting As used higher percentages of recycled materials. Good choices, says the group, assuming you can find them. NRDC's Shelley Vineyard.
I hear a consumer saying, look, I'll take any kind of toilet paper I can find right now, because I almost can't find any at all.
What we would say to that is, of course, you need to have toilet paper, but the biggest makers of tissue products in the United States are making us unwittingly complicit in fueling forest loss in Canada. That's not an acceptable outcome.
None of the leading toilet paper manufacturers would speak on camera with us for this story, but all said their products do not contribute to deforestation. But there are other alternatives.
And as you can see, it's nice and fluffy.
Houston lifestyle blogger Joy Green switched to TP made from bamboo called Real, sold online.
I don't think there's much sacrifice when you make the switch.
P&G, maker of Charmin, says it's researching alternative fibers, but in a letter to the NRDC last year said recycled content results in a substandard product. In the report, NRDC accuses P&G of green flushing, misleading the public with green claims. But P&G says its toilet paper is sourced from responsibly managed forests, and for every tree we use, at least one is regrown. They referred us to the certifying organization FSC, which sets forestry standards, and its head, Francois Dufresne, who says having P&G on board is helpful.
Having a large corporation trying to do the right thing on the ground is always positive.
But he says in the future, he does want companies to value the forest's role more in protecting the planet.
So ultimately, you want a company like Procter Gamble to gradually move away from using virgin pulp from old growth trees in the forest.
Over time, it's the right thing to do and increase recycling content.
Well, Kimberly-Clark, maker of Scott and Cottonelle, said it will reduce its use of virgin forest fiber by 50% by 2025 by using recycled fiber. Georgia Pacific, maker of Quilted Northern and Angel Soft, said it ensures fiber is responsibly sourced. Costco would not comment. Vlad?
And I'm so glad you're highlighting the peril that our forests face because of deforestation. It's such a really important topic. And I'm going to switch to that bamboo toilet paper. Special report to come. Maybe not.
All right, I want to hear a review.
Anna, okay. I'll text it to you. Anna Werner, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.